Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the COLERAK H2. This is a wireless Bluetooth headset or in-ear style headphones which sells for under $35 on Amazon. They're very low cost. It features an aluminum accented design and it also features this wing which makes it good for sports as well as exercising with. It's waterproof as well, so you can take it for a dive, you can use it in the rain and it will survive. It features a pretty standard 10 meter Bluetooth connection range and it has a 100 milliamp hour capacity battery, which will last you for about 7.5 hours of continuous audio playback, which is merely average. Sometimes you can get a little bit longer, but really this is kind of the benchmark for these headsets these days. It takes about 2 hours to completely charge, and in the packaging there's access to a micro USB cable for charging, and there's also some spare tips to get a more comfortable fit. There's a user guide that's documented in Japanese, Chinese, and English that tells you how to set it up for the very first time and connect it with an Android or iOS product. It also features microphones as well, which means that you can use it to place calls like a Bluetooth headset. It's fairly noise isolating, so it works well enough also in outdoors and noisier situations. Let's take a quick look at the design of the H2 next. Something I really wish the H2 had just right out of the gate was a flat ribbon wire finish, kind of like the cable that it came with. Instead, it uses a typical kind of rounded cable, which is decent enough in terms of quality. It's rubber coated, but it's easier to tangle. So if you put it into your pocket, it's going to still kind of tangle together as opposed to that flat design. You can see the end caps of these aluminum tips are magnetic as well, so they can be attached and almost worn like a necklace when not in use so that you don't lose these when you are traveling. The design and shape of these ear tips are really peculiar. You can see they jut out at an angle, kind of catches on the sides of your ears when you're wearing it, and this really stays very snug, and also with these added hooks, which again can be removed since they're just made out of silicone, but it really makes these almost impossible to fall out, even if you shake your head vigorously, enjoying the music, or just exercising and traveling. So it makes them a great, again, option for sports enthusiasts. So down here we have access to the inline control. This is a rubber-coated design with the sealed micro USB port for charging, and you have the controls on the other side, which correspond to the power on-off, which I can tap on for a few seconds to start the device, and you can see a small LED indicator. As I start holding it for a few seconds longer, it enters the pairing mode. There's also up and down keys for the volume, which are very tactile and responsive, and the center key also becomes a play pause or answer reject phone call key once you've paired with your device. The microphone is located on the other side. So essentially that's it. It's a very clean, elegant design, very understated. At the same time, the build here is quite strong since there's a lot of aluminum and metal parts being used. When it came to general music listening, I was actually quite impressed by the H2. They offered a surprisingly good amount of bass in the background, so for lower frequencies, you'll definitely notice the thumps and the beats in the music if you listen to EDM or rock music, so it makes for a pretty compelling sound. There's also a pretty clean sound reproduction, even if you are listening to just regular folk or pop music and listen to instrumentals. And as far as being a wireless Bluetooth headset is concerned, it's pretty clean sounding. There isn't that much static or distortion in the background, which is common for these low-cost solutions. It's not active noise canceling, so if you are wearing these, let's say at the airport, there's still going to be some sound that leaks in, but there isn't that much sound leaking out just because of the super snug fit and design. Otherwise, again, the battery life is slightly on the shorter side of the spectrum. I do wish that they could be a little longer since I've seen headsets at this price range last for 9 to 10 hours on a single go, but luckily it's quick enough to charge. And again, the sound quality here, which is the main selling point, is really quite competitive. Certainly one of the better ones that I've tested at this price range and good enough for a wide genre of music. And especially as kind of a sports-oriented pair, you're not going to be listening super closely to the music anyways. It really is quite impressive that they added so much detail and it gets as loud as it does. So it's not perfect, it's definitely not audiophile grade, it's not high fidelity, not high-res audio, things like that. But as far as Bluetooth low-cost headsets go, it works surprisingly well, and the fit really is tight and it doesn't fall loose. So you can check out more details about these in our official written review, but for now this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the H2 in-ear style wireless Bluetooth headset.